so good to see you guys. It's so good to see all of you. Hi guys. Isn't it wonderful? You know, this is my favorite con of the whole year. And you know, a lot of people show up on Thursday night. There's not ever anything for us to do. And tonight, the guys have planned something fun for all of us to do. Isn't that wonderful? Let's give the organizers a big round. And we're gonna have an amazing weekend. So, without further ado, let me actually bring up the organizers of the event that you're about to experience. Oh, and I am rocking 80s night and I'm not stoned. This is 80s yet. But here we go. Let me get Richard, Matt, and Corey to the stage, please. Woo! Come on, Richard. Come on, Corey. So they know what's going on.
What's up, everybody? Everybody have a great time? Yeah, we just want to thank everybody for coming out. It means a lot to us. We're so glad Brian could come out this year. It was a little touch and go.
I came out years ago. You know, we still come to my table.
But yeah, we're so glad everybody's here.
So this is, listen, things are going to get really busy this weekend. So tonight is a chill night, right? This is the pre-show. This is where you guys get to rub elbows and listen to these people talk before this crazy weekend ensues. But we do want to tell you guys, you look on each side of the stage here, you're going to get a little taste of what our photo ops look like. So you got the Joe Bob photo op on this side, and you got the Cujo photo op on this side. Those are still going to be on sale. If you want to get the Cujo and Joe Bob photo ops, you can still go online and get those, or you can get them tomorrow whenever you get here, okay? So we may stuff you in the doghouse if that's what you want to do. You want to be laying out there with blood pouring out. We may put the collar on them. Yeah.
And Brian's going to be in costume as Bunt on Saturday.
Yes.
First time ever.
Yes. Yes. So
with the Screen Use shirt.
I had the Screen Use shirt in my attic. I said, let's do the photo op. I went up and I found it. It is the actual shirt from the movie. There were 6 of them, and I've got one that they gave me at the wrap, and I'm going to wear it at the photo op. So I'm going to take your picture with me.
yeah, along with photo ops, we're also going to be doing a photo op with Rhonda Shear, and then Miss Kelly Maroney's going to be doing that now. The photo op that comes. So yes. So guys, Corey, you want to talk a little bit, man? Come on.
Film Fest. Everybody come out tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, right here.
8 to question marks, 8 to 10. The Frankencon Fest, if you've never been to it, I know several of you have, you freaks. It's a wonderful good time, and this year's batch of short films are nothing short of astounding. So please come out tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, in this room.
Okay, something we've never really done before. I want everybody to take out their phones. Take out your
Please.
Me too.
Yeah, go quick.
Well, let me put my cross glasses on.
I want you to go to your calendar. I want you to go to June 2026 and mark it for Friday the 26th and 27th, because that's when the next Frankencon is. And honestly, we've never really announced it before the con, so, but it's because of you guys we're able to do that. And we're very excited, so Frankencon will live on.
Yeah.
All right.
And another little tidbit, guys, just a little taste. Tonight's this pre-show. Next year's pre-show, we're going to be teaming up with the Billy Corgan-owned NWA. And NWA Wrestling is going to be coming to you live during the pre-show of Frankencon. So, yeah, that's going to be very interesting.
In this room.
I mean, it'll probably be bigger. We'll probably open it up.
Yeah, we'll open it up.
Yeah. There's going to be a wrestling ring in here. We're going to go through tables. We're going to light them on fire, light bulbs. No, I'm joking.
Richard and I will not be wrestling.
I will.
Matt wrestling.
Yeah.
I will be wrestling in costume as Bunt from Pumpkinhead. Please come and see me at my table.
Hey, do we have a cosplayer with a Pumpkinhead costume? Because I think Bunt versus
Pumpkinhead's
Bring it on.
Well, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so
We're
much.
going to let the show roll on.
So I'm not going to make you any longer. I met this lady backstage and I was just aghast. I'm so happy that I am no longer a sweaty teenage boy, but I'm really happy to introduce to you the one and only Miss Rhonda Shear. Take your time.
There's the little.
There it is. There it is.
All right,
Well,
yeah.
welcome.
But I just want to know how many people remember USA Up All Night.
We
We
go.
got them all from Cameron.
Yeah,
That's why they all have their hands in their laps still.
Okay, it's gonna be that kind of. Well, Rhonda, welcome. We are so thrilled to have you here at Frankencon.
I am
Just
so
beside
thrilled.
ourselves.
I am.
Yeah. So I want to ask you a question, and I want to take questions from the audience too, because people probably have some questions.
Yes. I've already talked the arm off of Chris and Mark.
They said they are
The
coming
feet.
back.
I've talked their feet off.
You talked to feet off. They are coming back, so don't worry.
They are good.
Here's a question I like to, whenever I get to do an interview, I like to ask this question to kind of start things off. What did you want to do when you grew up?
I wanted to host. No, I did want to be, I wanted to be something in journalism or communications or a newscaster. So I guess hosting, it's always come back to hosting. I love acting, and I actually just did 2 films and a Tyler Perry show. So full circle that I'm starting to act again, and I'm rebooting Up All Night.
That's amazing.
Is going to be, we're filming from here.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's
So
awesome.
hopefully I'll be interviewing lots of you, you're gonna do some of the sketches with me, and it's gonna,
yeah.
it's gonna start on YouTube, and we're shopping it around from there, but it's going to look great.
Oh, that's
It's
fantastic.
gonna look great, I'm excited about it.
That's
Full circle.
fantastic. That is really fantastic. So, is there a favorite guest that you have from up? This is a 2-part question, but the first part
I
is.
had so many people on through the years. Literally, because we did the show in New York. And by the way, everybody thinks it's the 80s. I started in 91. The show started in 89.
Well, yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried and a gal named Caroline Schlitt, who did it for a year and a half. Then USA Network, for some reason, I didn't know her, but I thought she was great. They wanted to change the look of the show. So I luckily got it over 1,000 women because everybody else auditioned for the role looking like a newscaster. They said host, and I came in with a dress cut down to my waist and blow drying my hair, and they didn't forget that. I'm like, what it was, Wayne, is that everyone, all the roles I was going out for acting, I kept trying to play the girl next door, and I always looked like a slut. So I finally just
Me too.
played into it and said, fuck it, I'm just gonna play what I look like. And that was it. So it kind of tied me, but it was 8.5 wonderful years. Got to work with Gilbert Gottfried a lot. He was amazing. Cheap as fuck, but amazing. But he married a lovely lady, and I'm so sorry he's no longer with us. I had one of the last interviews with him for a show that I have on Thursday nights called Ron. What is my show called?
The Rhonda Shear Social.
I knew it was, well, that's because Gene, my producer, runs it every
Rhonda
Thursday
Shear
night. He does, he runs it every Thursday
Every
night
Thursday at 9.
at 9. And it's basically Oak Cliffs. We had Gilbert on, it was great, but he had 2 wonderful children and a beautiful wife, and they're following in his footsteps, and that makes me really happy.
Do you have a favorite Gilbert Gottfried story?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure you have many, but is there something that
Yeah,
stands
well,
out in
one
your
of my
mind?
favorite stories is actually not from USA Network, but I did his podcast when he first started. And Gilbert was an amazing, can imitate anyone, anytime. So I led him down the path, and that was one of his first casts, which was very exciting. He's very dirty. I don't think anybody's ever seen him. He's bluer than blue. So I started telling him about all the guys that hit on me. This is long before Me Too movement in LA, when guys could hit on you, you just slap them or tell them no, but I don't know. Some of those girls didn't say no. They said yes and whatever.
Now they're Charlize Theron. I didn't say that.
Yes.
I'm just
And
kidding.
so many more. But anyway,
I don't know.
we don't know.
I don't know anything.
I do know. But anyway, so I kept telling him about, because I was a stand-up comic, so I told him about red buttons and what red buttons whispered in my ear one time. So then he went off on that. and did red buttons. And then he made it way dirtier than what he said in my ear. And then I talked about, because I was really lucky when I first moved to LA, I got to meet and work with, I'm really bad at hanging around for a long time, but I got to work with Bob Hope and George Burns. And,
Wow.
and I mean, literally right off the plane. It was so exciting, and then they died right after, but,
Should I be concerned?
so I did, so George Burns wrote a book, How to Live to Be 100 or More, and I was literally on a talk show with him demonstrating the exercises that he had, and most of them were like these pelvic thrust, and I'm pelvic thrusting in George Burns' face. And then I said, I want to do stand-up comedy, and he goes, just remember, kid, keep it clean. Put the dirty in the minds of the audience. You keep it clean. And that's basically what I did. I did stand-up for many, many years. I'm starting to do that again a little bit. But that's what, you always put, you leave it in the minds of the, yeah. But sometimes I like to say fuck.
Me too, especially.
It's such a, they say the most intelligent people curse.
Fucking A.
Cheers to everybody who says that.
So, I gotta ask you, I mean, you're just an amazing person, and I was so dumbstruck when I actually saw you in person. You look
So
exactly the
happy to be
same.
here. Oh, yeah.
So happy that you're here.
I'm highly immature as a reason.
Great.
And I really never
So-
pushed out any babies. I mean, I have 2 fabulous
Me
stepchildren. You didn't push it, but you can now.
I can now.
Men can do
Yeah,
it.
well, we'll see.
It hurts like hell.
Does it really?
Yeah, no, but I would
Is it like
imagine
kidney
something-
stones?
I don't know, I didn't have one.
Yeah, I had one of those. Kidney stones, I think. So, this brings me to my question. I mean, you've been in the business for a long, long time, and there may be people in the audience who are interested. We do have a lot of filmmakers in the audience, and a lot of
And I'm available.
aspiring actors. We're both available, thank you.
Both available.
A lot of aspiring filmmakers and people who are interested in our industry. What would you tell someone who wants to get into the industry?
Go for it.
And what would you say is the secret to actually, not the secret to success, but sustaining?
Well, I think you just, look at me, I'm still at it. Like, first of all, if it's in your blood, it's in your blood forever. If you want to act or want to perform, you have to try it. Now, you guys have all this streaming, so we didn't have that. We had to wait around for an audition and then go and sit in front of a room of 100 people that look just like you and then read. The same kind of thing with stand-up, but now you can actually get your work out there and just keep, you can get it out there. Even without doing local plays. It used to be you could go to a local, hopefully someone would see you in a local theater, but now yeah, but oh my gosh, you'd wait for a casting director to show up at one of these horrible, that no one was there, it was just the actors and maybe a casting director who wasn't really a casting director. But it's very different. So, but if it's in your heart, you've got to go for it. And the thing about Hollywood is that Hollywood's not Hollywood anymore. So
That's very true.
Atlanta's, they're filming a lot in Atlanta. They're filming a lot all over. So you get in touch with either your state's film commissioner or you have to hang out with other actors or performers or stunt people and force them to tell you because they don't like share. Sometimes they share. I think actors share more than other people.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
for sure.
Like my girlfriends won't tell me where they get their hair done and their faceless, but they'll tell me. No, but I think, but if it's in your blood, you gotta go for it. And a lot of people don't say that anymore. People say, don't go for it. It's too hard.
Yeah.
Like you'll never make it. Well, who knows?
Yeah.
You don't know. There's stories where people have driven other people to auditions, and then the other person got the part, and the other person that was auditioning. So you never know. It's never too late. And I'll show you the back of my jacket because my friend gave it to me. Isn't that cute?
Oh, beautiful! Beautiful! I'm so excited that we're doing the show. I
I'm
gotta tell you.
so
I know
excited.
everybody excited about
Because
that?
I love talking to people. I love talking about my feet. I know all about foot fetishes. Not all, but a little bit about them. I know about tiny face fetishes. I know about long gloves fetishes. I know about everything. I've been around a lot.
You have, but you don't. I mean, you have. Good. That's a good thing.
So for both of us, you have to be tomorrow. You have to do some.
I would love to do
You have
some.
to do
I would love to do
We
some
have a few
scenes.
sketches, so.
I brought a
We have a
wig.
few cute ones.
Great. I would love that.
Okay, fine.
You know, you have to do this for the work. You have to do it for the love of what you do. It's the only way to survive the rejection. How did you learn, especially when you were coming up?
Blinders.
Right?
Because there were so many gorgeous women in LA, and I went straight to LA from New Orleans. I was born in New Orleans.
All right.
And that's where I got my Screen Actors Guild card. But I looked to to my left and right, and everyone was more beautiful, more talented, more everything. And I'm like, I just have to be me. And I've been Miss Louisiana, and even in the pageant world, I always just did my own thing. So you are uniquely yourself, and no one else can be you, so don't try to be like anyone else. And that's what I did. So even when I decided I can't play the girl next door, that I'm really better playing whatever, they call them bimbos. Now, I'll tell you who stole my career. You know who stole my career? Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh no!
That bitch. And she lives in New Orleans, my hometown. So I tell my husband, say hello, Van, right there. I never married until my 40s. He's the reason I'm not in LA acting right now, because we got married, we moved to Florida, we started a business, I love it, bras and panties, yes.
Oh yeah,
I
your
manufacture
clothing line.
bras
Yeah,
and
yeah,
panties.
yeah.
No, actually bras and panties, not clothing. Bras and panties. I just did a cameo, like from over there, Mark because I just finished doing a cameo. You know cameo, like, okay. I get some interesting ones, but this one was really interesting. So I sell these panties, ladies, that are, I'm gonna say this to you guys, are gonna gross you out and you're gonna throw up, I'm gonna say it anyway. They're called period panties. Girls know what it is. So it can be for that time of the month, or maybe you leak a little, or maybe you sneeze and something comes out. I just had a guy. No, wait, they're huge sellers. My young girls said, this is gonna be a huge seller for you. I'm like, I don't get this. Whatever happened to what we used to do when we were kids? And they're like, no, period panties. A fan just wrote me, and usually it's about up all night, but this guy said, please tell me why you invented and created and designed period panties. And that was the cameo. Like I had to explain to him. So I think, LA Chris Mark, you should have been there because I could have asked you, I think he has a peeing fetish.
That's probably true. I had a guy.
I think he wanted me to talk about pee, so I talked about it a lot because I think he wanted me to
That's
pee on
probably
it.
exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to do it, but I think I fulfilled some messages now.
Well, that's what it's all about, fulfilling the fans. I had a guy on Cameo ask me this, if I would take pictures of my naked feet
Yes.
and pictures of my shoes. No, I didn't.
You should have.
I know I should have.
I mean, you just
He said,
think-
I'll pay whatever. I'm like, oh no, nobody wants to see my feet. No, I'm like, fuck.
Oh, no, they do. They want to see your feet.
They do. Well, next
There's people
time.
out there that want to see your feet.
Next time, that's crazy.
And navels.
And
No, I have an so I'm okay with that.
I think I do too, to be sure. You are just amazing and delightful. And can I ask another question?
Anything.
And then I want to turn it over to you
Yeah,
guys.
if anybody has
If
any-
you have questions, get ready. 'Cause
I
I'm gonna
did
turn it over to you.
450 episodes, or almost 450, and I went from 94 to 98. And we basically filmed every week. We did 3.5 years in LA, and then they moved the show to New York. So I didn't move to New York, but we would bang 4 shows at a time. So every year, I don't know why, but they would change producers on me. Every year, the show had a different look. And it was well written. And I wrote a lot of it, and most of the ideas were mine, because I like the crazy stuff. But every producer would bring their own take, and every director would bring their own, whatever they felt. And when I moved to New York, it was too much like Gilbert, I felt, because that director, Marty Bike, directed Gilbert Gottfried. But when I look back on those shows, they were definitely the smartest. They're really good. And I appreciate it more now than later. But here's a little factoid about USA. Oh, well, I know if I don't say anything about USA. I did it from 91 to 98. Gilbert was on from 89 to 98, to the end of 98. And all of the footage, all the footage, all the tapes back then were literally erased for tape storage. I am the only person anywhere that has the entire library, just my parts, not the films. I did have the films, not that I could have done anything with them, I don't own the films, but I did watch them. Don't ask me what's my favorite, I have no idea. Attack of the Killer Bimbos, I don't know. But I had every film, and I did watch every film, or fast forward through every film, especially if they were really bloody and gory. But I am the only one who had all of the episodes, and even Gilbert did not have. So people ask me, that's why we keep putting them up on YouTube, so that people can at least see the bits. I can't show the films though, I wish I could, but I can't. They're not mine.
My last question is another kind of acting, kind of philosophical life question, but our business is full of rejection. That we eat it for lunch. Your job is to audition. Your job is to go out there and just get the work. But there's a lot of rejection. How do you handle it, and when did you learn to handle it? how do you handle?
Do you see my neck, my butt? Everything's tight.
That's great. That's great advice.
It's not on purpose.
That's great advice.
Everything's like
I think, you know, in our business, a lot of people make you feel more than, and a lot of people make you feel less than. But the truth is, only you can make yourself feel more than or less than. I mean,
That's true.
and I learned that for a long time.
Well, you know what it is? This is the truth. I feel blessed that I was able to work in a business. I didn't have any other family, and I went out to LA all by myself, talked to friends to come with me, and then they left after a few months. But everyone says, but you're exactly the same as you were when you lived in New Orleans. And I'm like, I don't know why I'd be any different. Like, I loved what I did. It was a job to me. I treated it like a job. I got up every day and went out and looked for work. Back then, you dropped off pictures and resumes. Whatever you did, or you called people, I mean, it wasn't done like electronically like it is now. So my parents had helped me initially, and I didn't want to disappoint them, but I don't know why anybody would change because you become whatever. Like, I watched what was it, the big fashion show the other night, the Met Gala, which I love. But there's my husband, like, I understand the looks and the fashion look, I can do all of that, but it's so weird. It's so freaking weird. Like,
We should do that all weekend.
and they don't smile. It's like, why can't they just smile? I'm like, I don't know, why can't you have a fashionable outfit on and smile? But anyway, I just myself, I will never change. I'm blessed to have had years in the industry. I'm blessed to have designed the bra and parody panties. And I love my life, and I love that I'm still working at this tender age or whatever.
Amen. You are just amazing intellectual, and I'm so privileged to be here with you. Seriously, and I'll do a sketch. I'll just walk on and sell bubble into that. Anything you ever want.
Bring it all of you all about.
Yeah, that'd be great. Now, you're going to sign some things. Kelly's here. We're going to introduce Kelly.
I'm asking people to show me their feet this weekend.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Turnabout is fair.
That's right, me too.
Okay.
I'll pay you $40 to see your feet.
I'll let you do it.
So before we get to the signing and the screening and all the other fun stuff we have planned, do you guys have any questions for Rhonda? Let me open it up to the floor. And Matt, I'll just let you take the mic around.
He's got it over there. Okay. He's got it over there.
Oh, great. My good friend from college, Mike Howard, is here, everybody. Give him a round of applause. The most amazing actor, wonderful guy, we'll never know that.
We have friends in common. No. Yes. I know, we have a lot.
But does anybody have a question for Rhonda? Don't be shy.
If you don't, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
They're like,
I know we
we talked about it, right?
Okay, here we go.
Question, but I'll do that later.
Okay, no, that's fine. No, the guys need to hear about the rock question.
Yeah, hi. So watching Up All Night is something I definitely miss from my childhood very much. And so many good memories associated with just staying up way too late and watching way too many things. But so what's something that you looking back miss about that time period?
I miss that, but you know what's interesting? There's a resurgence in horror films and B films right now. That's why you guys are here, and I think that all the festivals and the cons have made that come around. So people that I grew up with, as a matter of fact, I did a film called The Throwback, which is airing everywhere right now, and one called The Big Game, which is coming out next year. And these were all filmmakers that grew up watching me. So they're reaching, they look for me because I was part of their childhood. But I think that people, like in the 2000s, didn't have all, except for Joe Bob Briggs, who has stayed consistent through the years. There hasn't been many film hosts. And I think you're going to see more of that now. And I think it's fun, and it was harmless. Even back then, everybody thought it was so dirty. Basically, Up All Night was only there to keep people watching, to watch the commercials, right? And then I filled as much time, I filled like 12 minutes of time, or maybe 45 minutes of time, depending how much nudity or language they cut out of the film. So I was always happy for the films with a lot of nudity, because then my part was longer. It'd be like 45 minutes. But I miss kind of that it was kind of, it's not naive, but it was sweet, and I think kids have missed that, and it also got the imagination stirring, because you really didn't see anything. They were watching because they were hoping to see something. I have had more guys tell me that they snuck the small TVs in under the sheets and watched them. And trust me, I know what was going on under the sheets. I would get Polaroid pictures of the sheep.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. And I missed the Polaroid pictures because that was just on. It was great.
But what do you find funny? I'm gonna go back down this, but you know, you're a writer too, and I think people probably don't know that you wrote a lot.
Funny. Yeah, real things are funny, you know, fun, and that's all comics do is like, you're like, oh, I relate to that, because all they're doing is picking out and pointing out something that we can all relate to. You know, they walk into the doctor's office, or they'll do, you know, a lot of guys do colonoscopy jokes, because maybe some of you are too young to do that, but, you know, it's just like, it's just real, you know. If someone's been up your ass, actually, give me a very, no.
That's okay, thanks very much. All right, go on. Who else has a question? Who else has a question? Anybody else? It's okay if not, but anybody else, this is your chance to ask Rhonda a question, one-on-one.
About bras? Well, I'm just gonna
Sam, you wanna ask a bra question?
If you haven't seen my bra line, I have a very famous bra called the Ah Bra, and I literally designed it 23 years ago for my ever-changing, my boobs have never stopped growing. And I don't know what the hell that's about. But anyway, I did design it, and my husband and I are in business together, and we have our companies in St. Petersburg, Florida, and we are opening, this is true, you can actually see this, a studio called Shear Media Studios. And it is we had 2 big buildings, and one of them was a warehouse. We're right now turning into a studio for film, television, podcasters, influencers, anybody who wants to go on, you know, everybody's selling now on TikTok, so whoever wants to sell on TikTok. It is for all things media now, and I'm so excited because
Where is that going to be,
it's going to be in
Rhonda?
St. Petersburg, and it's state of the art, and it's fantastic. And I have some cards, and we'll maybe.
Do you have a website for the studio
We
yet?
do. Gene? We do. It's just started.
Look at my card. Hold on.
He's got a card. I got
This
a
is
card.
great, guys. What a great resource, and how wonderful to work with Rhonda at her studio. Wouldn't that be fabulous?
Hold on. Sheer.
Oh, great. He needs glasses.
Wow, sheermultimedia.com.
Sheer
Sheer.
multimedia. Now
Sheermultimedia.com.
our big party's in September, but we have already started filming, like we did a national commercial there. I'm starting a podcast on the 23rd, and I'm so excited. And it's going to be called Rhonda at Night, and it's going to be everything. It's going to be very geared towards women now. I'm going to, no offense, guys, I'll talk about you guys, but I want to talk about like the things that women, she's like, I want to talk to you later. Well, I want to get down and talk about those things, because I've been through them all. You know we've been through them all.
I know, that's right, exactly.
You've been around.
Not really. But hey, that's great. You are just amazing. What a wonderful energy and a positive person and a great example for all of us as you.
I'm looking forward to meeting everybody this weekend too.
And me too, if I haven't.
I was with Joe Bob and Darcy on a special that they did a few months ago, and I had the best time, so I'm excited to see him as well. He's amazing. He writes every show. That's amazing to me. He truly does.
He's an amazing human being.
He's smart.
I'll tell you just a very quick story. I got to meet him 3 years ago here at Frankencon, and he was showing a movie that I did called Society on his show, and as a result, tons of people came to the table for Society. So I wanted to thank him. I wanted to meet him, but I was nervous as hell, like I am with you. I was fanboying out like crazy. So I kind of ambushed him in the swimming pool right here where he and Darcy were taking, right? And I walked in, and Darcy goes, and I just did a movie with Darcy too, but at that time I didn't know her. And I was trying to come in behind him in the swimming pool, and she goes,
Oh, she's very protective of him.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm an actor. I just would like to thank Mr. Joe Bob for showing the movie. And she goes, so I come in, and I walk in, never met him before. He's like 8 feet tall.
Yeah, he's very tall.
I walk in, and I'm like, I'm Mr. Bremer, and I turn to go away, and I run smack into the glass door. And it's amazing how I run through a glass door with you tonight, because also you and Kelly both, I'm just like, I can't believe I get to sit here.
I'm the girl that always has toilet paper when I walk out of the bathroom.
Oh, sure.
I would walk into a door too. I feel that way. I get excited when I see people that I love growing up. And it's exciting. It's fun. He's very down to earth, and she's cool, and she's very protective of him. It's very cute. It's very cute. But we got to do some cute stuff together. I loved it.
That's great. You are just amazing. Let's give a big round of applause. Okay, guys.
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna give Miss Rhonda and Miss Kelly a moment to meet you guys. If you want to go ahead, get anything signed, autographs, things like that. We are gonna start the commentary. I'm gonna